Testing.
You have the right one.
I have the right one?
You're still on one.
Perfect, thank you.
Cette compétition est présentée par Sportcheck, fier partenaire des Jeux du Canada. L'épreuve de cet après-midi oppose l'équipe Manitoba et l'équipe Nouveau-Brunswick. Pour cette partie, l'équipe Manitoba a été désignée comme équipe hôte. Avant de poursuivre, nous tenons à remercier les Premières Nations faisant partie du traité numéro 6 des prix et du traité numéro 7 des Pays Noirs de l'Estonie, car nous sommes réunis aujourd'hui sur leur terre ancestrale et traditionnelle. Cette région est également un lieu de rassemblement traditionnel des pays et c'est un privilège de pouvoir nous y réunir dans le cadre de cet événement.
Pardon me? I'm not too sure. Welcome inside the NMAX Centrium for today's presentation of the seeding round for the 5th to 8th place at the Canada Winter Games. The winner of this game between Manitoba and New Brunswick will move on to play in the 5th place game. And then they would play against either British Columbia or Nova Scotia tomorrow. And that game would take place at 12:30 p.m. So a lot is on the line here. And New Brunswick in particular has finished 7th place or lower at every Canada Winter Game since 1999. If they win, they'll have one of their best performances in quite a while at this tournament. Manitoba was 3rd 4 years ago in 2015. But another top 5 finish for them would really continue a good run of excellence at these Canada Winter Games. We'll set it up a little bit further after we have our national anthems. Thanks for joining us.
Please rise if you're able to sing of our national anthem by Anya Kelly. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour chanter l'hymne national par Anya Kelly.
True patriot love in
Very good rendition of O Canada, and now we will have the battle between Manitoba and New Brunswick. And Manitoba did prevail over New Brunswick 4-2 in the 2015 round robin stage. But of course, sometimes you throw those historical stats out the window. An entirely new crop of players are on the ice trying to battle for provincial bragging rights. So that'll be a really good battle on display between these two clubs for sure. Starting in net is Pierre-Vincent Guignard, who came in and stopped 16 shots in the third period against Alberta. There was an 8-3 lead for Alberta going into the third period of that quarterfinal game, but he came in and shut the door the rest of the way. And starting in net is Tyler Brennan, who stopped 44 out of 49 shots in a 6-3 loss to Ontario in the quarterfinal. It was 5-3, and then an empty net goal was scored. New Brunswick is wearing their white jerseys, and Manitoba is wearing their yellow and dark jerseys. We're just waiting for the clock to go down to 0, and then we will move on to prepare for this one. Everybody lines up at center. Reynolds and Crane on the draw. We are underway, and Manitoba dumps the puck into the attacking end. Wallace in pursuit along with Crane. He plays the body on the defender Barnett. Up for Nadeau. Glides it out to the neutral zone. Gislation had it bank out of play, so face-off will be right inside of the New Brunswick territory. One of the standout players yesterday for Team New Brunswick is number 18, Cole Huckins. Scored 2 goals against Team Alberta. It was 4-3 after the first period, so they were very much in touch in the game, but then they allowed 4 unanswered goals and ultimately did fall. Conversely, it was Ontario getting to an early 3-0 lead, and Manitoba was able to chip away and make it a closer game as the contest went along. Nadeau glides the puck into the attacking end. Nouse tried to direct it on goal, but it's nudged over into the near corner boards. Gislason up for a Larry, and he glides it out to center. Puck is tapped into the attacking end, but offside is a call. And Larry scored the first goal for Manitoba in that quarterfinal defeat to Ontario. Referee giving instructions on how to line up for the face-off, and now the puck is dropped and we're back underway. Cole Staley has it needled inside of the attacking zone. Roulette goes for it. Backhand. Big save is made by the goalkeeper. Good blocker save made by Guignard. In the left corner boards, Staley on his backhand. Drops it back for him, and now Larry along the left half wall. Into the left corner. Roulette back for Larry. But the puck is knocked off stride. Huckins can't clear it out, though. Centering pass attempt. A penalty is coming up against Team New Brunswick. And a hook will be administered against number 18, Huckins, as he hauled down number 16, Hunter Wallace of Manitoba. So a power play opportunity for Manitoba. And let's see how they go to work. They've had a good power play throughout the course of the games. 5 for 19, so just a hair over 20%. Skylar Bruce on the right half wall, drops it back to the point, walking into the high slot. Thornton now decides to reel it back. Bruce back for Thornton, angles it to the left half wall for Neal. Deep inside of the attacking zone as the defenseman, drops it back. Thornton deals it across. Bruce can't get the little quick chance across for Liz, but it was broken up and it goes down to the other end. .205 gone in period number 1. Neal carving his way into the attacking end. Drops it back for Bruce. Stutter steps, takes his time, deals it over to Thornton. No shot, over to Neal. Back for Thornton, he loads and fires, but that deflects off the body and wide. Roulette digging hard for it in the left corner. Jams it free. Goes behind the net. Looking for an option. Back for Thornton. Neal. Good puck movement, but no shot so far on this power play. And now an opportunity to clear, and making no mistake there was the defender. That was a very heady play by Doucette, who goes to work on that forward check, leaving the puck inside of the Manitoba zone, and now he'll go for a change. On the transition rush, Hunter Wallace steams up the right wing, but the puck is stolen, and it's sent out, and there is a race for it. Coming in shorthanded, Dominic LeBlanc tries to create some more pressure. There's 25 seconds remaining on the power play opportunity for Team Manitoba. Just really haven't been able to get into a rhythm. O'Leary has it jam off the leg of Daniel in hot pursuit of that puck. It is swatted along. There is LeBlanc, loose in the right corner boards. Rode into the boards very effectively by Lambos, the captain of Team Manitoba. DeRosier banks it off the boards, right onto the blade of Nadeau. He had it pickpocketed away by O'Leary. O'Leary needles it in for Pasternak. Backhander is rejected by Gignard. O'Leary back to the left point. Gislason, D to D. Shot towards the goal. Asali has it vacuumed up by number 1 Gignard again. I've had a chance to talk a little bit about the Manitoba coach a little bit earlier on in the course of the tournament. But we're going to do a little bit of a profile a little later on about Phil Richer of Team New Brunswick. That'll be up the next upcoming stoppage. Puck is banked inside of the neutral zone. A backhand volley. They can't get it inside the attacking end. Nadeau taps it on the blade for Reynolds. Curling down that right wing. It's left behind the cage. Doucette providing chase. Wallace has a chance to get it out, but Reynolds takes it back only momentarily. 1-on-3, Crane is alone. Long range shot, that is blocked. Reynolds forces the puck to the far boards. Shrugging him off is Grady Lane. Now Doucette is able to tie up Lane. And New Brunswick is able to extricate that puck out of their zone. Nadeau looking to force a steal. Kept away from him. Is dumped inside the attacking end, but Brooke causes the play to go on an icing. So Phil Richer, what can I tell you about him? His coaching career started 8 years ago, right after stopping playing at Concordia University. Was an assistant coach with the Miramichi Timberwolves in the MHL. Then he was the director of operations for the Miramichi Rivermen. And now he has been able to play with the St. Stephen Aces Junior A team. Now he's doing a private development clinic in St. John. So it's nice for him to probably get back into the coaching ranks this tournament. A little weak shot from the far left circle, and it went right onto the goaltender. And that was the first test for the goalkeeper there, Brennan. 3-2, the shots on goal in favor of Manitoba. We've played 5:21 into the game. We just want to remind you that the semifinals will start tonight, 4 p.m., Quebec and Saskatchewan. Nice little promising rush down the middle lane by number 3, and that was Justin Lies. That was taken away. Duplessis got it out to center. The Labissiere knocks it deep inside the attacking end. A lead pass, a lane down the left wing for LeBlanc, trying to cut to the inside. Good active stick though by Asali, who then proceeds to plaster him into the boards. Puck is loose at the side of the net. It was centered, but the goaltender has it against the post. It came to the netting on the far side of his net. Well, that was a very promising burst of speed by LeBlanc. We haven't had a lot of opportunities for speed to be incorporated in this game as of yet. Some pretty good button-down defensive schemes for both these clubs. Layson looking to make a heads-up pass. Went tape to tape for Roulette. A nice stretch play, but it's broken up. Elliott calculating his options. Almost gave it away to the other number 16. And then it was number 15, Pasternak, carrying the puck in offside. 13:44 remains in period number 1. 6:16 has been played. The teams have combined for 6 shots, split equally among them, 3-3. For some reason, the linesman had a little bit of a word with the timekeeper. I'm not too sure what the reason was for that. That was the reason for the slight delay, though. Roulette, little short pass across for Pasternak in the right circle. Takes a shot that was blocked. Drop pass. There's Layson a shot. Ricochets off the backboard. A couple of the forward checkers run into each other. Out of the corner, backdoor play. And Roulette tried to find number 5 with a wide open net. That was Bazin. But it was broken up. Bit of a 3-on-2 the other way. Down the left wing, backhand pass. That was deflected off a stick and didn't reach the slot area. Cole Frazier was trying to set something up. Bazin pursues. Elliott muscles the puck to the far boards. And it's going to be played out to neutral zone territory. LeBlanc crisscrosses. Now he'll just drop it inside of the Manitoba zone. Another lead feed. Roulette stops up just inside of the blue line on the right wing. Gives it away as he tried to make a blue line pass. Daniel down the left side. Drops it back. But it hopped a little bit before Huckins could receive. Daniel back to the blue line. Hunt keeps it alive. On the left point, Huckins a little bit of a spinorama shot. That goes well off the mark. A lot of wide shots so far in this game as the puck is pitchforked down low into the attacking end. Trying to lob it out of the zone is Aiden Brook. Couple of whacks, can't extricate it. Shot from the left circle is denied by Brennan. He was well positioned to cut down that opportunity by Alexis Daniel. And I mentioned yesterday the international flavor of that Stansted College team that he plays on. And it's really cool that there are players from Kritzendorf, Germany, Santa Fe, Texas, Moscow, Russia, and also a player from Seoul, Korea as well. Really impressive how you have those merging of cultures, all sharing the same language of puck. Lambos, deep in his own territory, recoils behind his own net to survey what he could do. He'll leave it there for Asali, does a little bit of a double take, and then gets it ahead for number 16, and it's jumped inside the attacking end. A centering pass, shot, and that was blocked. Not getting really good piece of it was number 12, Connor Geeky. But he was really set up for a one-timer in front of the net. On the left point, a shot by Dickey. Takes a bounce. Follow-up chance. Big save is made by Brennan. The puck ricocheted off the leg and went right to number 7, Reynolds, in the right circle. He let it rip, but the goaltender somehow was able to make an excellent pad save. Brennan showed off the full scope of his athleticism on that save. It's 5-5, the shots on goal. DesRosiers almost had it stolen. A bit of a lane, maybe a 2-on-1 down the left wing. Crane takes the shot. Great glove save is made by Gignard. He unloaded from the left circle, but the goaltender was there to snatch it away with his trapper. Manitoba has 6 shots. New Brunswick has 5. The ice is slightly opening up over the last couple of sequences. Layson nudges the puck all the way to the far boards. And the puck is swatted down low to Manitoba territory. Just want to let you know that Northwest Territories earlier today clinched 11th place over Nunavut with a 4-2 win. And the 9th place game will be between Newfoundland and PEI starting at 2 p.m. at the Canucks Arena. But there will be no webcasting coverage of that game because the Canucks Arena does not have that great of Wi-Fi capabilities. But we're glad to have you on board for this one. These two teams have had some good performances, have been close in games that they've been losing, so they just both want to go for their second win of the tournament. New Brunswick has played 5 games, and Manitoba has played 4. New Brunswick had to play that 5th game because as a result of finishing last in Pool A, they were forced into the quarterfinal qualifying round, but they were able to make it to the quarterfinal by beating Newfoundland and Labrador 6-3. Manitoba was on the verge of being 4th place in Pool B, but fortunately for them, Alberta was able to get a win over British Columbia, a comeback win to boot, and that allowed them to nab the 3rd spot directly to the quarterfinal from Pool B. LeBlanc dropped the puck back to the blue line, but it's taken away. Nobody was there for Team New Brunswick. Bazin down the left side, holding on, centering pass, jamming on the doorstep. A couple of whacks there by Labussiere. And a steal, a 3-on-1 maybe for New Brunswick. Down the right side, Elliott sends it cross ice, a shot. Big save is made by Brennan, denying a glorious attempt in the slot by Dominic LeBlanc. He closed the wickets together and made a terrific save. End to end we went. It was Bazin first, down the left wing. He drove to the outside, made the centering pass. Labussiere, a little bit of pressure, and then the counterattack. All led by the speed of Drew Elliott. Attacking around the net. Puck is dropped back to the point. No shot, and it goes wide of the cage. Puck is backhanded deep inside of the attacking end by Doucette. Reynolds tried to make a backhand pass. It was stolen, 2-on-2. Wallace chips, and now he'll chase along with Roulette. Puck is rattled around the far boards. Lamos makes a well-timed pinch to keep it inside of the New Brunswick end. Nadeau angles it ahead for Doucette, who gets it further along for Reynolds, but he lost the puck in his skates, can't gain the attacking line. Reynolds will try again deep in his own territory, overskates that puck. Roulette is steamrolled into the boards hard. DeRosier trying to get that puck away from under his skates, but the referee will call play dead. 8:50 remains in period number 1. A 0-0 tie, 7-7 the shots on goal. There's been some good ebbs and flows. Connor Kiki will take the face-off, wins it. Now he'll get it to the goal mouth, but not able to pull the trigger was Bruce. That was a very clever play, however. Geekie had it lost in his skates. It's knocked out to center. Connor Geekie is the only underage player on this roster for Team Manitoba. O'Leary down low for Bruce. Behind the net. Goes to work. Deals it to his forehand. Maneuvers it back to the left point. Just Layson. Return feed for Bruce. Trying to jar it down low, but it's stolen. And Daniel backhands it ahead. A lane down the right side for Jackson. He takes a shot. Glove save is made by Brennan. Little good pass out of the defensive end to set up that play, and Jackson was denied by the glove of goalkeeper Brennan. And Brennan has had to face a lot of shots in this game. Particularly this tournament, at the very least. 8:04 remains in period number 1. We have an icing call coming up against Team Manitoba. Reynolds wins the attacking zone face-off cleanly. Carter McCluskey deals it behind the attacking net. Play is broken up. Couple of jabs trying to get it out of the zone as Grady Lane, but it's held in. Centering pass to the slot. The puck bounces over to Lane, and he leads the charge the other way, just flopping it ahead. He was hoping that there would be a little bit of hustle for Crane to catch up to that puck in the slot area, but it rolled right to the goaltender before he could reach it. Some good physical play with the positioning for the Manitoba defense. There'll be one last change on the faceoff. And it will be number 17, Lane, coming in for the draw. Burnett has it in his own territory behind the net for Dickey. Dickey was one of the standout defensemen yesterday against Alberta in the way that he was able to skate the puck up into the attacking end and his good wrist shot on the power play as well. Manitoba will try to go to work. Lane dumps it inside the attacking end. He pursues behind the cage, but the defense is able to extricate it all the way down to the other end. 7:03 remains in period number 1. 8-7 the shots on goal in favor of Manitoba. Wallace steams up the left side, trying to careen into the middle. A backhander on the doorstep. Save is made. A couple of whacks, and Labrasier is denied. Good job there by Gignard. There was a little bit of a scramble, but he was able to be unflappable and keep that puck out of the net. Manitoba trying to go to work on their cycle. At their best, that's what they're able to do. Dominate behind the goal line and create a lot of havoc in that end zone with the way that those big bodies are able to impose their will, and there's a lot of big players on this Manitoba roster. And you could say the same about New Brunswick as well. Shot is wide. Biggest customer on Team New Brunswick is Eli Burnett, 6'4". Gabriel Labrasier is 6'4" on the forward end. So wonder if those two big customers will go to battle in front of the net. Reynolds a shot from a sharp angle down the left wing, and that is denied. And there is big Labrasier. Comes down the right wing. His teammate was hauled down. Pasternak draws a penalty. And the penalty call will be forthcoming against Team Manitoba. Going off to the penalty box is David Doucette. So this is the second opportunity for Manitoba to go on the power play. They are 0 for 1 so far. Lambos, top of the point, no shot. O'Leary holding, plays it to the side of the net. Pasternak back for Lambos. To the far side boards. Thornton, Lambos has a good shot. Little back pass, Thornton passing it back and forth. He shoots, he scores now. A lot of passing, but eventually Thornton decided to just let it rip from the right wing, and he was able to bolt it behind goaltender Gignard for a power play goal with 5:23 remaining in period number 1. A little pass from the high slot from Geekie right onto the blade of the attacker, and he pounded it into the back of the net. 1-0 for Manitoba. And they've been a team that's really come alive and had to play from behind. Now they get that coveted lead. And they have it with 5:23 remaining on the clock. But here's the problem. The clock is not operating in the rink. It's still stuck on 5:23. We are playing, but they have not started the game clock. What are they going to do here? There was at least 30 seconds without the game clock being operational. So one of our camera guys is going to go try and allay that concern while one of our other tech operatives will come in here to make that happen. I'm sure the referee is going to figure that out and make the adjustment himself, but yep, they're going to shave the seconds off the clock. 1 second at a time, apparently. So they've reduced the clock to 5:13. And now they will continue play. Duplessis plays that puck in the neutral zone, and now it's stolen away by number 15, Pasternak, and he overskates that. Duplessis creates a lane down that left wing, a good burst of speed. He takes a shot, it's blocked. Centering pass on the doorstep, backhander, save is made by Brennan. And that was a good effort on McCluskey, who found the puck right in front of the goal. McCluskey tries to bank it in, but Brennan just steamrolls on top of it to keep it out. So 10 seconds was ultimately taken off the clock. That's what they estimate was the amount of time the clock was frozen. And that's honestly the best thing. When you have a short stanza of play, you don't have to adjust it that much. Lambos reverses course for Lane. He threads it ahead all the way into the attacking zone. Maybe a 2-on-0 down low. Centering pass. Big save is made. Rebound. Big save again. Follow-up chance. And Gignard robs Lane for a second time. But the second save was the best. It was an acrobatic kick save to deny Lane, who was mano a mano. What a spectacular sequence for the New Brunswick goaltender there. And somehow this game is still 1-0. As Bazin made the pass, Lane was behind anybody, and then behind the play, a couple of good whacks there by Lane to make it really dangerous. As Crane was the original guy going to the goal, and Lane was the follow-up. But here comes a 3-on-2 the other way. Nadeau down the right wing. Flips it across, loose in the slot. And that's broken up. Back comes Manitoba, 2-on-1. End-to-end we go between these two sides. But that is broken up as it was a little bouncing and rolling away from the attackers. But here comes Manitoba on defense. New Brunswick is coming on offense. A lot of rushes happening between these two sides. Geeky storms down the middle, leaves it there. Wallace, a shot, he scores! As the famous Buffalo Sabres announcer Rick Jenneret would like to say, Wallace put that thing top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. A perfectly placed shot to the top shelf, all created because of that rush down the middle by Geeky. And that created the lane for the shot to go into the back of the net. Manitoba has a 2-0 lead with 3:29 remaining in period number 1. (14-9) the shots on goal for Manitoba. Faceoff will be just outside of the New Brunswick zone. Asali angles it ahead into the attacking end. It is stolen. Carving his way into the attacking zone. Huckins goes to work. Tries to drive to the inside. Lambo shuts him down. Huckins gets it back, however, jabbing very hard. Elliott drubs at it. Rifles it cross ice. Puck is held down low behind the attacking net. Couple of whacks, a little bit of punishment on Huckins. But he wriggles his way free for Asali and leaves it for LeBlanc. Spins to his forehand, drops it back for Hunt. Try to return feed. Hunt does a nice pinch. On the far side boards, Huckins reels it to his forehand. Goes cross ice, one-timer, and that goes wide. LeBlanc couldn't get a really good piece of that puck before he let it rip. Huckins in the left circle again, once again tried to thread it cross ice for LeBlanc, broken up. Huckins, however, steals it back one more time. In the slot, a shot over top of the goal by Elliott. Good little pass right in front of the goal by number 21 LeBlanc to set up that glorious opportunity for Elliott. 2:07 remains in period number 1. Manitoba has a 15-9 shot advantage. But back comes Manitoba. Doucette in the right corner boards, going to work. It is poked free to the far side. Labissiere trying to take possession. Doucette plays the body, and it is taken away. Doucette behind the net. He'll just twist and turn, trying to get away from the defenders. But O'Leary knocks it ahead. A 3-on-2 for Manitoba. Lies in the high slot. A shot towards the goal. Blocker to side by Gagnard. That one came from Neal, the defenseman, joining the fray. Minute 20 remaining on the clock in period number 1. Lies has it. O'Leary had it stabbed away. Neal goes cross ice ahead for Lies. Does get it inside the attacking zone, but they immediately give away that puck, and it goes out to center. 55 seconds remaining on the clock in period number 1. Puck is nudged along. It'll be played up. Dickey for LeBlanc. They are both in pursuit. But Pasternak takes over. Cuts into the middle. Tries to drive in the inside. Following up, Roulette almost had an opportunity. There will be a penalty coming up here. And with 30.3 seconds remains, call is going to come up against Pasternak. Pasternak was the one that ultimately fell down, but he also was able to make a trip, so he goes off. New Brunswick will go on the power play. They scored 2 power play goals against Team Alberta last night. On the right point for Noss. Holding, waiting, taking a shot. Save is made by Brennan. Follow-up, scores! On the doorstep, Nadeau picked up the rebound off the pad. Took his time, waited until the goaltender was out of position, and tucked it underneath him to make it 2-1. With 20.2 seconds remaining on the clock, New Brunswick has cut this lead in half. So that was a well-timed shot by Noss, waiting until there was no screen, grazed off the pad, and then there was the opportunity for the rebound. "15 seconds remains on the clock. In period number 1, we have a 2-1 game between Manitoba and New Brunswick. Doucette keeps the puck in the attacking zone. Will they get one more chance? LeBlanc tries to feed it back to the blue line. Stolen away at center. Wallace, a long-range floater, goes wide, but time expires. And Manitoba has the 2-1 lead over New Brunswick. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back in 13 minutes to set up period number 2.
Team New Brunswick power play goal scored by number 8, Josh Nadeau. The assist is number 20, Evan Noss, and number 7, Peter Reynolds. Time of the goal, 19 minutes and 39 seconds. Puis un avantage numérique pour l'équipe Nouveau-Brunswick, compté par numéro 8, Josh Nadeau. Assisté par numéro 20, Evan Noss, et numéro 7, Peter Reynolds. Temps de but, 19 minutes et 39 secondes. Shots on goal in the first period by Team Manitoba 16 and New Brunswick 10. Lancé au filet dans cette première période pour l'équipe Manitoba 16 et pour Nouveau-Brunswick 10.
For the most up-to-date 2019 games info, find the official mobile site on your phone and save it to your home screen. You'll get up-to-date medal results, athlete profiles, and schedules at canadagames.ca/2019.
L'usage au CWG 2019, trouvez notre site mobile officiel sur votre téléphone et enregistrez-le
wants to win a gift card provided by Mr. Mike's? Think you know the answer to this question? See Claire at the information booth. Here's the question. Where was the first indoor hockey rink made? La question. Où était la première patinoire de hockey en Sudbury? Once again, if you know the answer to that question, see Claire at the information booth.
The 2019 Canada Winter Games would like to thank all funding parties for their ongoing support of the Games, the Government of Canada, Alberta Sport Connection, and the City of Red Deer.
Les Jeux d'hiver du Canada 2019 tiennent à remercier tous ces bailleurs de fonds pour leurs appuis continus. Le gouvernement du Canada, Alberta Sport Connection et la ville de Red Deer.
Despite hand safety measures at the facility, please be aware of the risk of serious injury from pucks and other objects being hurled in the spectator area. Be alert at all times, even after play stops. Malgré l'amélioration de nos mesures de sécurité, il existe quand même un risque de blessure grave causé par des rondelles ou d'autres objets propulsés dans la zone des spectateurs. Soyez vigilants en tout temps, même pendant les arrêts de jeu. For your comfort and as a courtesy for those around you, please refrain from leaving or returning to your seat until there's a stop to play. We would also like to welcome families with young hockey fans to the game. With that in mind, please refrain from using any coarse language. Pour un plus grand confort et parcours facile pour les autres spectateurs, veuillez profiter des arrêts de jeu pour quitter ou regagner votre siège. Puisque nous accueillons aussi des familles comprenant des jeunes amateurs de hockey, évitez d'utiliser un langage grossier.
So what do you take it in school?
I'm no longer in school.
Oh, no?
I took sports journalism and journalism as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're pretty quick at remembering those names. Holy cow.
Welcome back. Period number 2 coverage between Team Manitoba and Team New Brunswick. A 2-1 lead in favor of Manitoba. Manitoba scored the first 2 goals before a late marker was put on the board by Team New Brunswick with 20.9 seconds remaining on the clock. And we're glad to have you here on our stream, supporting the broadcast, and it's been a lot of fun bringing these games to you in collaboration with some of my broadcasting colleagues. Just wanted to, of course, remind you at 4 p.m., First semifinal will occur between Team Saskatchewan and Team Quebec. And then at 7:30 p.m., Ontario and Alberta will duel. And we're 44 seconds away from this period starting. We just have to wait for the clock to wind down to 0. And then we will once again initiate the action on the ice. Manitoba will go from left to right, and New Brunswick will go from right to left. Dawson Pasternak on the faceoff against Reynolds, and Reynolds won it cleanly, and New Brunswick will have the first foray with the puck. Doucette, a little tip pass deep inside of the attacking zone. Reynolds is in pursuit in the far side boards. Tried to funnel it to the net, but broken up cleanly. And a 3-on-2 the other way, led by the smooth skating Lambos. In the high slot, his shot, and that steered aside. Good pad save is made by Gignard. And just to give you a little bit of a sense about how Team Manitoba came together, 16 out of the 20 players on the Manitoba Canada Winter Games U16 male hockey team are drafted into the WHL in 2018. And the roster is a blend between 10 players from Winnipeg and 10 athletes from the rural regions of the province. And the U16 males did play in a summer development camp in Winnipeg from August 17th to 19th. And then they bonded when they went to the United States to play in the Shattuck St. Mary's exhibition tournament in early December. They won 5-1 over Omaha, then fell down 6-1 to the powerful Chicago Mission, and lost 5-2 to Shattuck St. Mary's, and were defeated 5-1 by Victory Honda, but they were able to really blend together as a team, which is a really cool feat to go down into another country, battle some of the best U.S. programs that are ranked in my hockey rankings, and then play some competitive hockey, and then ultimately that has served them well in this tournament. Some work is being done on the right side for Doucette. Stays on the outside, wanted to drop it for Reynolds. He wasn't ready for that. Counter-attack for Manitoba, steaming down the middle. Pasternak drives to the net. Save is made. Follow-up chance, and Roulette fired it wide. Hacking and whacking. Falling down is Pasternak. That leads to a 2-on-2 the other way. Shot by Elliott in the high slot. Save is made by Brennan. And the goaltender got bumped, and a little bit of a whack by Thornton on Elliott. He didn't like how close he got to the crease after delivering that shot. And there was a collision, and Brennan is on his stomach, and the therapist is out there to lend some support. He is starting to get back into position, and now the therapist is just having some words with him. And I'm just taking a look at the replay here just to once again get a better sense of what went down as the therapist continues to have a dialogue with her player. There was that shot, and then the defenseman actually fell back, and it was Thornton getting a piece of his own goaltender. But he is now back to his feet, and he is going to be escorted out of the net. As Elliott got the shot, a push into Thornton, who then pushed into his goaltender. Coutelier is going to come into the game, and Brennan is going to be taken out. And the athletic therapist for Manitoba, Brenna Sear, is supporting him. And she works for Hockey Manitoba. So Jaden Coutelier of the Eastman Selects are coming in. And he comes from St. Pierre Jolie, Manitoba. Shot from the right point is whistled wide of the cage. Big time bump. Elliott crashed hard into lane. And there is the stoppage in play. The referee has his arm in the air. The hit to the head penalty will be administered. And Elliott will go off for his big bump against Lane. Manitoba will go to the power play. They are 1 for 2. Pasternak against Doucette. Pasternak wins the draw cleanly. Lambos walking the line, straddles it over for Thornton. Back for Lambos. Looking for a lane into the right circle. Thornton doesn't shoot. Cross seam. Here comes the shot on goal. Roulette fires it high and wide. Thornton drops it back for Lambos. Over to Roulette. Down low at the side. Pasternak manages it. Goes back door. Grazed off the skate of Thornton and ricocheted all the way down to the Manitoba end. And Lambos will take charge. The captain of Team Manitoba elects to needle ahead up the left wing for Thornton. Carries it across the line. Geeky in the high slot. Had it batted away from him, but he gets it back. On the far half wall, O'Leary back for Lambos. Once again, steadying the puck. Thornton feathers it down low on the doorstep. A quick chance by Pasternak is denied by Gignard. And the puck is volleyed all the way down to the other end, just set over the glove of Lambos. 50 seconds remains on the power play opportunity. And a shot shorthanded by Burnett is swallowed up by Catelier. So Catelier comes into this game. A 7-9-1 record this year at a 91.6 save percentage and a 2.272 goals against average. And that is solid. And a couple of his top accomplishments, including winning gold at the 2018 Manitoba Games and earning tournament MVP honors at the Prince Albert Tournament. And what was really impressive was his save percentage last year was 90.3. He's improved it to 91.6, a very significant improvement for him. His team is on the power play for another 20 seconds. Brook on the right point. Over to the left side. They just continue to pass it along. No shot yet. Bruce moves in the right circle, takes the shot, and that is rejected by Gignard. On the far side boards. Neal back for Brook. Dying seconds of the power play. Now it is concluded. Bruce into the near corner boards. Roulette fires at cross ice. But the pass was well too hard for Neal to handle. That was the intent, to rifle across ice for a quick shot on the left wing. Play is now offside. 4:15 gone in period number 2. Manitoba still has their 2-1 lead that they built in the first period. And just to give you more of a sense about how Team New Brunswick came together, they played at the Atlantic tournament together, and that was in October. They came in 3rd place. Process really began in April 2017 with 80 players at a couple of tournaments. And then they were able to narrow it down to 26 players for one more tournament with all the Maritime provinces. And then in November, they announced their final roster. Lambos in the right circle, trying to force it towards the goal. But it bounced off a body and went to the near corner boards. Reynolds tries to get it out. Does exit the zone. Weaves into the near corner, but can't get it out into the attacking area territory. Lambos jams the puck deep inside the attacking end. Over 5 minutes have been played in this period. Puck is flipped down low into attacking territory. Going after it is Daniel. And he is drawing along with Gislason. Doucette pushing at it. Reynolds gets it free, comes off the wall. Overtaken by Manitoba. 3-on-2 for Manitoba. Crane into the middle, shot by Lane. Good pad save by Gignard. Counter attack. Hunt is going to crisscross, comes down the right wing with the puck, takes the shot, save is made. A big rebound by Catelier, but it wasn't accessed. Lane, a little blind turnaround pass. Just Layson can't get it out. A follow-up opportunity to carry it, and Bruce is going to carve his way into the attacking zone. Down the right side, a little bit of room. Centering pass, shot. Big save is made by Gignard as he was able to deny a good opportunity for Bazin and tight. Shot by Duvillier, and he fires it over top and just wide of the cage. Puck is taken over. McCluskey steals. He takes the shot. That is knocked aside. Follow-up chance from the corner, and Catelli stops that as well. Big bump in the neutral zone, and Dick has it. McLaren Dick holds on. Threads it all the way into the attacking end. Tipped in deep. Dominic LeBlanc in the left corner. Leaves it for Elliott. Drops it back for Dickey. Dickey waiting. Lobs it behind the attacking net. LeBlanc centers it for Elliott. Tries to return the favor. The puck is bouncing around a little bit. Lost in a maze of players. Huckins jams it free. Tries to make a centering pass. But it is overtaken. Bruce on the counterattack. Toe drag attempt. Forced him to yield the puck. Huckins on the right wing. Little backhand feed across. But that was rejected. They'll have to try again on the transition play. They get it in deep in the attacking zone. Labressiere immediately clears it out, though. Lead plead. Shot by Lai. Save is made by the blocker of Gignard. 12:25 remains in period number 2. On the left wing, O'Leary tried to do a little bit of a curl. That forced him to yield the puck. Jackson dumps it deep into the attacking end. Catelier is out to play it. A battle for the berth to play in the 5th place game tomorrow. The loser will play in the 7th place game. And their opponent would either be British Columbia or Nova Scotia. Labressiere drops it back for Lambos. Lead feed ahead. O'Leary gains the attacking line, but he was stood up to very effectively by Jackson. Puck is still held in there for Manitoba. Racing in to keep it alive. Layson has it at the side of the net. Behind the cage. Hacking and whacking. O'Leary jarred it loose in the far corner boards. Lies had a stick lifted. And New Brunswick on the counterattack. Alexis Daniel, his shot was blocked. 1-on-3, Lies. Tried to wheel it into the middle of the center ice area, but overtaken. Nouse ahead for Frazier in the left circle. Sharp angle try. And it's well off the mark. In the right corner, Frazier, centering pass. Wanted to connect with Doucette, just went under his stick. 10:50 remaining in period number 2. Puck is played up the far side boards. Stolen away, Roulette centering pass, quick chance, big save is made by Gignard. Wallace was tied up a little bit, but he still got a good shot off and forced the goaltender Gignard to make a really quality save. And as a result, this game is still 2-1. And the net is getting a little bit readjusted. The referee is making sure that it stays on. 10:35 remains in period number 2. Roulette drops it back into his own territory. Thornton ricochets it off the boards at center into the attacking end, but New Brunswick regathers it. 3-on-2. Reynolds in the high slot. He shoots, and it's low and wide. Wallace bangs it out to center. Here comes a Manitoba counterattack. Roulette down the left side, takes the shot. Blocker save made by Gignard. And now we're getting some end-to-end play one more time. Nadeau gives that puck away. Nobody was really available for a passing option. Reynolds down the left wing. Cuts to the inside, takes the shot, save is made, follow-up chance, Doucette is denied. Puck is completely free in the high slot and poked out to safety. 4-on-1 for Team Manitoba. Right circle, Wallace sends it cross ice. Wanted to go one more time cross ice to the near side, but one too many passes. Back comes New Brunswick. Reynolds onto the feed. Backhander, save is made by goaltender Catelier. And that was number 24. And that was Keegan Hunt joining the rush. 9:17 remains in period number 2. The ice is opening up between these two teams. Huckins in a race for that puck against Lambos. Lambos is going to step ahead of him. He reverses course. Leaves it in the far corner boards for Asali. Gets it to the blue line and out. McCluskey tries to carve it back in. Taps it deep into the attacking zone. Duplessis plays the body on Lambos, but Manitoba is going to clear that puck. Lane tried a flip pass. His intended target was Crane, who is a little behind the defense. Racing down low on the forecheck, McCluskey, but already an icing call coming up against Team New Brunswick. And I believe in 20 minutes there will be the 9th and 10th place game between PEI and Newfoundland. I'll try to give you as much updates as possible. Like I said, there is no live stream for that game. Puck is soccered along by Neal, but they elect that it was offside. It looked like he may have held the line, but that was very tight. The referee rules that it was just a hair off the mark. And Manitoba or New Brunswick would find out their potential 5th place opponent a little later on tonight. That game is taking place at 7:30 p.m. between British Columbia and also Nova Scotia. Busting down the right wing with some steam. A shot towards the goal is steered aside. That was a good shot by Drew Elliott. And that creates a rush the other way. Bruce gets it into the attacking zone in the high slot. Curling, dragging. Now he takes a shot off the backboards. O'Leary behind the net. Drops it back to the point. Just Layson over for a bomb. And Neal had it graze off a body and go to the far corner boards. O'Leary has it stolen. Maybe a lane for a break down the right side. LeBlanc backhander. Save is made by Catelier. There was a rebound, but not quite there to get it on goal was number 18. Bruce drops it back for Neal on the high slot. Cuts to the inside, takes the shot. Good active stick by Hunt to prevent that from getting on goal. That could have easily been the 3-1 tally. Good creativity, though, by number 18, Neal, to cut to the inside and create a little bit more room for himself. Referees decide at the last minute to move the face-off alignment. And the puck is stolen away. Doucette carries it down the right side, takes the shot, pad save is made. Dick over for number 24, Hunt. He bangs it inside of the attacking zone. Dick holds the line. His shot is blockered aside by Catelier. A lot more shots taking place over the last couple of minutes for Team New Brunswick. Shots at one point were 25-16 in favor of Manitoba. Now they're 25-22, closing the gap on that score. As a shot sails wide, that one came from Eli Barnett. Puck bounces fortuitously to Wallace, cuts into the middle, but he can't get the shot away. He falls down. Good job by Hunt and Dick to take away his time and space. Daniel chops the puck into the attacking zone. That will facilitate some changes for New Brunswick. Let's see if Manitoba can catch them. They are coming up on the rush. Lies down the middle. Cuts to the left. Backhands it over to the near corner boards. New Brunswick has an opportunity to try and get it out, and it's played ahead by Dickey to Reynolds. Lead feed, racing after that puck. Nadeau Says that they're offside, so now they have to tag up in the neutral zone. Lambos nudges it ahead. Pasternak behind the defense, takes the shot, he scores! The puck took a bounce off the boards right into Pasternak in the slot area. Had the little bit of separation behind the defenseman and let it rip. 5-hole goal to make it 3-1 for Team Manitoba. They have their second 2-goal lead of the hockey game. And that goal comes with 6:04 remaining on the clock. A good carry in by Lies. And then you just had a clearance attempt. But ultimately, Pasternak had it bounce to him to make it a 3-1 game. And the puck is flipped out of play. 5:30 remaining in the period. Puck bounced off the skate of the defenseman, number 5 Dickey, right onto the blade of Pasternak. And he was able to take the shot in tight and make it 3-1. So Manitoba gets some coveted insurance. And let's see how New Brunswick responds here. Down the left side, McCluskey drops it back. Nose is denied by the glove of Catelier. And the good news for New Brunswick is they are taking a lot more shots over the last 5 minutes. That is closing the gap. But Catelier has looked good since he's come into this game in favor of Brennan, who of course was bumped a little bit earlier in this stanza. Puck is stolen again in the right corner boards, going to work. Duplessis trying to center that puck. Backhands it all the way back to the right point for Desrosiers. Forehand shot, save is made, loose on the doorstep, but Duplessis not able to settle that bouncing puck. Crane races for it. O'Leary has it in front of the timekeeper's bench. Gets away from the maze of players trying to surround him. And the puck is tapped down low into the attacking end. But Duplessis takes over. Nudges it into attacking territory. Geekie tries to clear. Elevates it over Duplessis to get it out to center. A steal. McCluskey carves in the high slot. Takes the shot. Glove save is made by Catelier. And he keeps play in motion. Wallace in the attacking zone. Nudges it behind the net. Puck is maneuvered back to the point. Brook on the left side. Threaded into the slot area. Backhander on goal. Save is made by the goalkeeper. And Gignard allows the play to continue out to the neutral zone. Dick backhands it. Daniel tries to clear. A couple of whacks and they do get it out to center. Cole Frazier leads the charge. He takes a shot from the slot. Broken up by a good block by Brook. Frazier gets it back. On the left point, McLaren Dick a shot through traffic, and that was denied by the goalkeeper Catelier. Pardon me. 5:17 remains in period 2. 3-1 is the score in favor of Team Manitoba. They scored 1 goal this period to add to the 2-1 lead they had at the end of the first. Elliott, a little back pass, broken up. Hudson Thornton gets it into the neutral zone. Lies, a couple nice stick handling maneuvers to tap it deep inside of the attacking end. Bazin steals in the slot. His shot goes out of the glove. A rebound chance. And that just goes a hair off the mark. Brook on the right point. Knocks it down low. Bounces off the backboards. Burnett has it. Forward pass, and he plays it onto the blade of Huckins, who carries it into the attacking zone. Cuts to the inside, does a wraparound, pad save made by Catelier. On the right point. Couple of whacks by DeRosier. Needles it along the far half wall by Elliott. The far corner, LeBlanc, hauled down. Some good work being done on the forecheck. It is jammed free. Number 18, and that is Hawkins back for Nose. On the right point, DeRosier, a shot, scores! Good passing around the perimeter. Huckins on the left half wall, back to the point for Noss. He fed it over to his fellow defense partner, DeRosier, and he let it rip. A really good wrister from the blue line that somehow found its way into the back of the net through a crowd of players. And New Brunswick is back within one. 3:51 remains on the clock in period number 2. And back comes Team New Brunswick. Shot by Doucette. Glove save is made by goaltender Catelier. DeRosier has his team back within a single goal of tying this game up. And that was huge for that team to respond after going down 3-1. .335 remaining in period number 2. And I'm looking at the replay again, and the defenseman was really crowding in front of the goaltender, impeding the vision. Not a lot that the goaltender could do. It just sailed by him. He didn't really react to the shot at all. Puck is tapped inside the attacking end. Manitoba up 3-2, but here comes Reynolds trying to jam it back, but he's knocked down. 4-on-2 the other way for Team Manitoba, but they're offside. Shots are now 28-28. 1 point they were 24-16 in favor of Manitoba. It almost seems like as soon as they got the goaltender in there, Catelier, to replace the injured goaltender Brennan, there was that shift in tactics by Phil Richer, encouraging their charges to get as many shots on goal to test this goaltender coming into this match cold. And that was a good game plan. Shot from the left point, scores! A big blast through the 5-hole by Cole Asali, and it's 4-2 Manitoba. They respond 40 seconds after allowing the 3-2 goal. What a bomb of a shot by Cole Asali. So the defensemen are really strutting their stuff there. You had one defenseman beating a goaltender from long range with a wrister, and then you had a Manitoba defenseman beating a goaltender with a clapper. Shot the other way over top of the goal by Huckins. 4-2 lead for Manitoba. On the far side corner, puck is played by Pasternak. He is going to wheel and deal his way up. Slides it up to the neutral zone. We have a stoppage in terms of the advance because there is a delayed offside, so that means a chance for New Brunswick to carry it out. McCluskey lays it as ahead for Huckins. His shot goes well wide of the cage. Curled off the wall. Huckins can't pull the trigger. Back comes Manitoba. Pasternak comes across the line, taps it down low into the attacking end. 2:19 remains on the clock in period number 2. 4-2 Manitoba lead. Huckins stabs at that puck in the left corner. Holding, tries to hook it in front. But it hit the pads of the goalkeeper and he has it trapped in his paraphernalia. Face off inside of the attacking zone for Team New Brunswick. Off the right point. Shot by DeRosier is blocked. Overtaken by Lane. Charges down the right wing. Cuts to the inside. Takes a shot off the outside of the post. In the right corner. Pasternak wheels and deals. Trying to get to his feet to jam it free. Lane comes in for support, but he's plugged against the wall by Fraser. Puck is tipped out to center. Racing after it. Down low in the attacking end. Charlie Jackson. Puck goes mid in air for a moment, but now Jackson takes over. Shot from a sharp angle. Save is made by Catelier. (30-29), the shots on goal in favor of New Brunswick. But Manitoba has the 2-goal lead. Minute 25 remaining on the clock in period number 2. On the far half wall. Going to work Reynolds. Has it lost between his skates. Lambos has it behind his own net. Tucks it over to the far corner. Sent to open ice and carried out to center. Bruce is forced into his own zone and drops it back for his defenseman. They'll reformulate a new approach to get it down the ice. And that'll be Lambos carrying it. Always a good play. He's a good puck carrier. Gets it inside the attacking end, and he does draw a penalty. A hooking call is forthcoming with 49.8 seconds remaining on the clock against Evan Noss, who slowed down the rush coming down the middle lane by Lambos. Power play opportunity for Team Manitoba. They already have a power play goal in this hockey game, so let's see what they are able to do in terms of maybe adding to their lead. On the right point, Thornton has it on his forehand, over for Lambos. He loaded up, but he doesn't shoot. Thornton back for Lambos. On the left point, O'Leary in the left circle. At the side of the net, backdoor play is broken up. And Huckins storms up the middle shorthanded, 1-on-3. On the left wing, takes a shot. A big rebound off the shoulder by Catelier. But Manitoba settles it down, and they will take flight. They roll it inside the attacking zone, but it's quickly sent down to the other end. A little bit of confusion. Miscommunication leads to them having to restart. Lambos will just skate it down the middle. Look at him blaze up the ice. Leaves it for Pasternak. Cross ice a shot. Big save is made by Gagnard as O'Leary was denied from the left circle. But that is just a big game changer when you have a defenseman that could just skate himself all the way into the attacking zone, all the way from the defensive end, just like he did, effortlessly. .9 seconds remaining in this hockey game. This period of this hockey game, I apologize. And we have a stoppage in play. We go to the second intermission. Manitoba has 4 goals, and New Brunswick has 2. So basically, for the second period in a row, Manitoba scored 2 goals, and New Brunswick scored 1. Thank you for joining us for the first 40 minutes. We'll be back in 13 minutes to set up period number 3.
Oh, I think I would grab a coffee now.
Shots on goal in the second period by Team Manitoba, 14 for a total of 30. And for New Brunswick, 21 for a total of 31. Lance en fait dans cette deuxième période pour l'équipe Manitoba, 14 pour le total de 30. Et pour le Nouveau-Brunswick,
Avec l'aide de Nova Chemicals, les Jeux d'hiver du Canada 2019 ont mis en œuvre plus de 80 initiatives de développement durable. Notre objectif est d'être les Jeux du Canada les plus durables de l'histoire. Merci à Nova Chemicals et à toutes les personnes qui nous ont aidés à réaliser ces initiatives, telles que planter 2019 arbres à Red Deer, Utah.
If you want to see multiple sports on the same day, the Canada Games Day Pass is the answer. For just $20, you can visit all of the sport venues for that day's competitions. Pick up your Canada Games Day Passes at any of our sporting venues during hours of competition.
Si vous voulez assister à plusieurs épreuves sportives le même jour, notre billet d'admission pour la journée est fait pour vous. Ainsi, pour seulement 20 vous aurez accès à tous les sites de compétition au cours d'une même journée. Achetez vos billets à l'un de nos sites pendant les heures de compétition.
Let's go see if you want some chips.
Welcome back inside of the NMAX Centrium. My name is Quentin Amundsen, and we will have our third period coverage between Team Manitoba and Team New Brunswick commence very shortly. And Manitoba starts this period with 1 minute and 11 seconds of power play time because of the hooking minor assessed to Evan Noss late in period number 2. So Manitoba will attempt to build their lead to 3 goals for the first time in this hockey game. They are enjoying their second 2-goal lead of this afternoon. They scored the first 2 goals, and then it was made 2-1, 3-1. Then it was a goal by New Brunswick to make it 3-2, but then Manitoba restored the lead late in period number 2. 23 seconds away from starting this period. And of course, we want to remind you again that Quebec and Saskatchewan will be in action here at the Centrium at 4 p.m. Alberta will battle Ontario, a rematch of the gold medal final at the 2015 Canada Winter Games at 7:30. That'll be quite a great game, along with the one at 4 p.m. This one is shaped up to be a good game as well. And the puck is dropped, and we are underway here. And the puck is tapped inside of the attacking end. Played by Huckins. He forwarded it across and deep inside of the attacking zone. But there is a chance by number 18, Huckins, to go on the attacking zone pressure. He's at his best when he's on the cycle and nudges it over to the near boards. Overtaken, however, by Roulette. Guides it along for Lies. Drops it back to the right point. Bruce nudges across. Neal, top of the left circle, a shot. Pad save is made by Gagnard. And the puck is elevated all the way down to the other end to relieve some pressure. And the goaltender is out to play the puck. It's steadied for number 19, Thornton. Angles it ahead for Neal. Cross ice feed. Bruce nudges it to the side. Now he tries to cut to the middle. Puck is free in the high slot. Up for grabs. Manitoba wins the battle, and they get it to the crease, and Bruce's weak backhander was directed to the far corner. Bruce behind the net. Centering pass. Quick shot. Scores. Roulette at the far side corner, able to tuck it behind the 5-hole of goaltender Gagnard to make it 5-2 for Manitoba. 88 seconds into period number 2. That was a very slick centering pass from behind the net by Bruce, and he got it right on the tape, and it was pounded home into the back of the net by Roulette. And Manitoba has that coveted 3-goal lead. 5-2 the score, 32-21 the shots. And now they go back to work inside the attacking zone, careening off the wall. Maneuvering it into the corner was number 7 Lambos, but it's stolen. Daniel maneuvers it into the attacking zone, but Wallace takes over and knocks it out to center. Stoppage in play. Referee has his arm up in the air. A hit to the head penalty will be administered against Wallace. And a power play coming up for Team New Brunswick. And you know they need another goal to draw a little bit closer here. And New Brunswick does have 1 power play goal in this game. And they're on the attacking zone face-off. Elliott a shot. Goes over top of the net. Burnett plays it. Trying to tap it down low to the corner boards. It is jammed free by number 21. That is LeBlanc moving in the right circle. A shot out of the glove of Catelier. An angle to the far corner. New Brunswick having good possession on this man advantage. Dickey Drops it back to the point. Barnett of Frister. That went off the backboards. Backhander try. And the goaltender landed on his butt to make that save. He got it between his pads as LeBlanc was there at the side to ensure that it stayed out. 17:24 remains in period number 2. 5-2 lead for Manitoba. But New Brunswick has that power play. At the very least, they need to build some momentum on this man advantage. Not an absolute necessity to score, but it would really certainly help their comeback bid. Naus on the right point. Deals it along for Huckins. Back for Naus. Rister on goal. Steered aside by Catelier. Reynolds in the left corner. Puck is up for grabs behind the net. Nadeau operates. In for Huckins. Steers it back for Noss. No shot. Stumbling with it a little bit is Reynolds, but he is able to get possession now. Huckins, top of the right circle. Toe drags and shoots, and it hit the goalpost. On the far corner, Reynolds can't hold it in. He's had a tough time with the puck in this game, fighting it a little bit. It always seems to be bouncing whenever it comes on his blade. Not able to do what he usually can, but now he has a promising rush right up the middle. Drops it back for Huckins. Pivots, gets it in for a chance on Doucette, and a save is made by the goalkeeper Catelier, and he holds on for a whistle. Wholesale line changes on this man advantage. And LeBlanc will take the power play face-off. Lambos taps it all the way down to the other end of the ice to safety. 15 seconds remains on this power play attempt. And Burnett leaves it behind the cage for Dickey. And Dickey will lead the charge, a lead feed. Duplessis across the line, cuts to the middle. But it is taken over by Lambos. But his outlet pass is broken up. Duplessis pursues. Raylene in the neutral zone. Gives it away to LeBlanc. But Bruce is going after it, trying to steal it back from Manitoba, and it is overtaken. Lane rifles it down to the near corner boards. Roulette plays his man into the boards, and that is Dickey. Roulette on his backhand. Can't quite get away from Dickey, who backhands it to the line, but not quite out. Burnett has a chance to lead it ahead, and it's glided along, but only barely into the attacking zone. Counterattack. Bruce had it lobbied away. Good active stick made by Dickey. Duplessis, a couple of attempts to get it into the attacking zone, and he eventually does fire it on goal from center. Puck is ladled along ahead to the neutral zone by number 2, Brook. Geeky down the left wing along with Roulette. Roulette stops up in the left corner. He gets tied up. Frazier getting worked over from behind by Geeky, but he gets away and wills it into the attacking end. Shot on goal from the right boards, and a save is made by Catelier off of Daniel. Daniel almost had a chance come to him in the slot, but that was broken up by a good active stick. 5:27 played in period number 3, and the shots are 5-2 in favor of Manitoba. The goals are 5-2 in favor of Manitoba. The shots are in favor 35-32 in favor of New Brunswick. 1 point, like I said, the shots were 24-16 in favor of Manitoba. Since that point, the shots have been 19-8 in favor of New Brunswick. Evan Naus goes back into his own territory. And just in case some of you are just joining our stream, these are often midget AAA players starring in this tournament, as a shot is directed on goal from a sharp angle. And a save is made by Catelier. That was Elliott putting a test on the goalkeeper. Of course, there are some younger players that would play at the bantam level and some midget AA players too. Huckins in the high slot, directs it to the near corner. LeBlanc overskates it. O'Leary up the right wing. Labussiere had it knocked away. Good stick handling in the neutral zone for Elliott. He was under a little bit of duress, but he was able to navigate it into the attacking end. Layson goes along the far side boards. Labrassiere barely gets it out to center. Puck is carried up the right wing. Lies gets bumped off the puck. In the high slot, Labrassiere almost got it to the goal mouth for O'Leary, but a little too hard for him to handle. He was behind the goaltender. A shot on goal from the left point, and Layson is denied by the pad of Gignard. Labrassiere in for O'Leary, curls off the wall, cuts to the inside, does a little spinorama, drops it back. Layson, no shot. Neal takes a shot, deflected towards the goal, but blocked in front. Lead feed for LeBlanc. Catches a charging Huckins down the left side. A shot on goal. Pad save is made by goaltender Catelier. Racing to try and get it back. Elliott was able to tie up Labrassiere effectively and force him to dump that puck down low into the attacking end. McCluskey carries it into the attacking zone. Cross ice feed. Puck is settled for Doucette. Tried to lob it back to the point, but it's stolen away. 2-on-1 for Manitoba. Roulette over for Bazin. A little behind him. It was kind of tied underneath his skates, so not able to actually get that stick on the puck. Duplessis the other way, 3-on-3. But an errant pass will create a 2-on-2, maybe a 4-on-2 now. Roulette curls off the right wall, in the slot. Hole shoots off the stick of Hunt and dies in the near corner. They get it to the blue line. There might be a chance for a rush for Team New Brunswick. Shot from the left boards, and Doucette is denied by Catelier. Behind the net, McCluskey is trying to make a centering pass, but it's broken up. Referee calls play dead. And they're going to do a little adjustment on the net for Team Manitoba. 38-34, the shots on goal in favor of New Brunswick. They're certainly testing the Manitoba keeper, but just can't draw closer in the game as of yet. So now they rule that the faceoff will be outside of New Brunswick territory. At center, DeRosier takes over, backhands it into the attacking end, only for it to be knocked back out. DeRosier does a little bit of an evasive maneuver on Crane, who was swooping in on him. Daniel brings it in, carries it well, tried to go back door, but the stick was lifted before a chance could get on target by Jackson. 11:25 remains in period number 3. In the high slide, here's Crane, a shot, turning and firing, but a good pad save made by Gignard. In the neutral zone, the puck is just lobbed down into the attacking end, and New Brunswick makes some changes. Wallace at center. Taps it deep into the attacking end, and Gignard steadies it for his defenseman Dickey. A lead feed, tape to tape, but offside for number 23, Cole Frazier. Off the face-off, here comes Reynolds, charging up that left wing. Holding, he'll do a little bit of a button hook. Back to the left point, Dickey slides it in for Reynolds. He'll just drop it further down low for Doucette on the forecheck. Reynolds tries to drop it back to the point. Dickey really working hard. Getting worked down, drubbed repeatedly down under the ice as Reynolds pushing him down on his back. Was number 12. That was Geeky, who's going to be taken off to the penalty box. We took his man down, but then he took a few more pushes to make sure he would stay down on the ice. So that means that there will be a penalty call here. Power play opportunity for New Brunswick. And let's see if they can score the clutch goal here for that interference and roughing. So 4 minutes for the head contact. Was a hit, and then he did take those few shots at the head area when he was down on the ice. On the left point, Nose. Back to the point, no shot for Reynolds. In the right circle, the puck is tapped out to center. So this is a great chance for Team New Brunswick to try and get themselves back in the game. They have 3 minutes and 25 seconds to remain on this power play opportunity. Reynolds on the right half wall. Holding, curling, taking a shot. That goes wide. On the left point, Noss. Into the far corner boards for Doucette. Angles it back to the point again. Shot by Noss through a screen. Save is made by number 35, Catelier, and he held on to the puck. 9:30 remains on the clock. You know, if New Brunswick was able to seize the moment here and take advantage of this opportunity, they could be back in this game immediately in a flash. Referees giving instructions over the face-off. It's one defensively. Brook gets it to the left point, but Dickey gloves it down. Over to Burnett on the right point. Back for Dickey, D to D. He protects on his backhand. Threads it down low for McCluskey. Turning, twisting. Now he takes a shot, goes over top of the net. In the far corner boards. Elliott gets it back to the left point for Dickey. Burnett on the right point. Cross seam, shot on goal, and a save is made off of Elliott by the glove of Catelier. New Brunswick is getting their shots, but they are all attempts that Catelier has no problem seeing. So as a result, he is easily trapping them in his glove or in his midsection. We'll have to see if they can make the adjustment of creating a screen. When New Brunswick is at their best on the power play yesterday, they were really crashing the net, driving right down into the goaltender with their power maneuvers. On the right point, Nose a shot, looking for that tip, just a hair wide. As floating through the crease area was Doucette. Huckins, top of the right circle, drops it back for Noss, who walks the line. He'll do a little bit of a turn. Back for Reynolds. He loads and fires. Pad save is made by Catelier. Reynolds did not get the velocity that he wanted, but he forced the goaltender to make a more difficult save as the puck elevated off the pad a little bit. Second half of this double minor. They've had their chances, but not a grade A shot, I would say. Nose drops it back. Reynolds has some room in the high slot. Good pad save is made. And the puck is kept in by Nose. Over to Huckins. He's in the high slot. Reynolds is on the right point. On the left point, Nose. Over for Reynolds. Back for Nose. No shot. Now he tries to direct it down low for a little tip at the side of the net, but just a hair off the mark. He barely missed Nadeau. Now a shot by Noss from the point. Blocked by Lane. It's curled to the far boards. Diving to keep it alive is Huckins. But the puck did roll out to safety in the neutral zone. 69 seconds remains on the clock on this power play. And Reynolds carries the puck in offside. .66 seconds remaining on this power play opportunity for Team Manitoba. To say New Brunswick, I apologize about that, folks. And Dickey lobs that puck inside of the attacking end. LeBlanc can't control that puck. It is played down to the other end of the ice. Dickey behind his own cage. Makes a dish ahead, and it is played to center and dumped into the attacking zone barely by Dick, but quickly slammed to the other end by the Manitoba defense. They'll try one more time. 35 seconds remains on this power play. They've had 3 shots. Elliott coming down the left wing, really careening hard along the outside, protects that puck. Lambos pokes it off his blade and plays it all the way down to the other end. Last call on this 4-minute power play. 13 seconds remains. Elliott softly plays it on to Daniel. His shot is blocked. Chance to clear for Brook, and he elevates it out to center. A lane to enter the zone for LeBlanc in the high slot. Rister didn't get through. Gets it back immediately, though. Protecting that puck. Watching him at Thornton. On the point. Jackson can't control it. A couple players run into each other. That was DeRosier and Roulette. Manitoba goes to work. They get it down to New Brunswick territory. Racing to try and keep it going is Brook. But the puck is taken away by DeRosier. Now it's over to DeRosier. They just pass D to D until they find a way out that they like. And they do get it to center, but that's as far as they go. It's regathered by Manitoba. Carried in by Pasternak. He is dumped down by DeRosier. That creates a 3-on-2 for Team New Brunswick. Jackson on the right wing takes the shot. Save is made by goalkeeper. Rebound is still free, and the puck does come free to the near corner boards, and it'll be played by Roulette. He'll do a stutter step and leave it there for number 19 behind his own cage. He'll take his time and survey the landscape, and now he'll make a maneuver out of the zone to safety. 5:10 remaining in the third period. 44-36, the shots on goal favor Manitoba. Here's Bazin. Angles it out to center, but DeRosier elevated the puck all the way out into the stands, so we have a stoppage in play there. Huckins carries the puck into the attacking end. Leaves it behind the cage. McCluskey goes after it. Pushing hard against the defenseman, Gislason. Huckins steals it behind the Manitoba net. Tries to fend off the other number 18, Neal. Does will it to the side, jabbing at that puck. But the goaltender has it trapped in his pads. .4:23 remains in the third period. Penalty goal coming up against team number 18, Cole Huckins, for his aggressiveness in front of the net. But we'll get clarification about the exact nature of the call. On the point, here's Lambos, a shot, steered aside by goaltender Gignard.
2 minutes for slashing.
2 minutes for the slashing as he was hacking and whacking, trying to get that puck into the net at the side. And here comes the drive up the middle by Pasternak. Leaves it on the left wall for O'Leary. Lambos rockets a pass cross ice for Thornton. Back for Lambos. Can't settle that puck down and keep it in. O'Leary in for Lambos in that neutral zone. Pounds it into the attacking end. O'Leary provides some chase. Short-handed, Doucette glides it all the way deep inside of the Manitoba territory. Minute 10 seconds remains on this power play for Team Manitoba. They are 3:29 away from advancing to the fifth place game. O'Leary back for Neal. Pasternak can't get it into the zone. Threads it across the blue line, and Wallace does make his way in. Neal over to the far side boards. Pasternak waiting, gives it away. Jackson steals it. A good active stick. He extended it and then he pounded it down to the other end. 2:53 remaining on the clock in period number 3. Trenton Crane is going to go to work and just backhand the puck down low into the attacking end. Lane is going for it. Jarred loose and goes back to the right point. No shot yet. Brook into the corner. Wallace can't quite get it to the blue line. Almost an interception, but Brook has it now. Walks that line. In for Wallace in the left circle. He takes a shot. Blocked. DesRosiers played it around to the left point, but it's still held in. Back to 5-on-5. Brook on the left point. Gets it back for Wallace on the left half wall. Back for Crane, a shot, scores! There was all sorts of traffic in front, and he was able to wrist one from the point right over the pad of number 1 Gignard to make it 6-2. A late goal to really add another exclamation point to a strong afternoon of hockey for Team Manitoba. Six-2 lead for Team Manitoba. They are close to advancing to the 5th place game. Labrassiere trying to clear that puck in a danger, stalkers it along and played out to center. A race for that puck. Bases behind the defense. Backhander save is made. He is hauled down. There's going to be a penalty shot. Azen was tripped, so he couldn't get the shot away, so the referee has ruled a penalty shot will occur. Bruce Bazin has a chance to add another exclamation mark. 1:39 remains in the 3rd period, and this is his moment to make a statement in this hockey game. Has showed some good skills with the puck, so I'll be very curious to see what he'll be able to accomplish here. Going one-on-one against Pierre Vincent Gignard. And here comes Bazin, strutting down the middle, trying to fake him out. Backhander, good save is made by Gignard. Closing the wickets together, making that look easy. Good save made by Gignard to keep the damage at 4 goals. In terms of a deficit, 6 goals have been scored overall. Puck is dropped, just Layson on the doorstep, a shot. Oh, it fired just wide, and that was Roulette. He was all alone in front of the goaltender. All sorts of room, but just well off the mark from the net. Puck comes out of the zone, offside call. Pasternak drops it back. Gislason angles it deep inside of the attacking end. Roulette in pursuit along with O'Leary. Drops it in for Pasternak, a shot. He wired that just wide, wanted to go to the top shelf. O'Leary in the high slot, he takes a shot. Pad save is made by Gignard. Gislason over to O'Leary. Cross ice feed. Roulette trying to angle his way down low. Good job finagling. O'Leary shoots. He just fired wide. Pasternak lobs it back to the point. In the slot. Roulette tried to deal it back to the corner. O'Leary forces a steal. Using his size and his reach. Puck is squirted out to center. 27 seconds remaining on the clock in the 3rd period. Manitoba on the verge of moving on to the 5th place game. Pasternak controls the puck around the outside. But Fraser bats it ahead. 2-on-1 down low for New Brunswick. Shot by Daniel is swallowed up by goaltender Batelier.
I'm getting old. I don't know which pair works better.
4.9 seconds remaining. New Brunswick is inside of that attacking zone. Referees are going to call a play, so a substitution. So probably a misconduct penalty of some kind. So as both players have been escorted from the ice, and number 22, Jackson, and number 16, Wallace of Team Manitoba was asked to leave the ice. So have to get the nature about that there. The game is going to expire here. Time is done, and it is a 6-2 win in the books for Team Manitoba. They played a very strong game, but a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle. Down low in the corner, a big-time competing meeting. But the referees are going to make sure this dissipates as soon as possible. But Manitoba was full value for a dominant 6-2 win. And they will move on to play in the 5th place game. And for the second Canada Games in a row, New Brunswick will compete in the 7th place game. Manitoba, the defending bronze medalists, not able to defend that this year, but puts forth a good effort and will have a chance to end this tournament on another good note if they are able to beat either British Columbia or Nova Scotia. And New Brunswick would pay the loser of that game. That game's occurring at 7:30 p.m. tonight, and that will be at the Canucks Arena. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Stay tuned for the playoffs, the semifinal between the Quebec and Team Saskatchewan. Should be a great matchup. Thank you so much for tuning in. So long for now.
Shots on goal, third period by Team Manitoba, 10 for a total of 40, and for Team New Brunswick, 14 for a total of 45. Lancé pour Guilhem dans cette troisième période par l'équipe Manitoba, 10 pour un total de 40, et pour la Nouveau-Brunswick, 14 pour un total de 45.
So the other days were smoother, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hockey.
Yeah. Well, no, the videoing, the recording, I don't know. You tell me, because you can see it. I can't. I'm trying to.
I thought it was good.
Good. Okay.
So you're going to sit like in the middle. We're going to set a chair here. First time in this game, I think, right? Yeah, you need to do that. Yeah, like I've had to put the jacket on usually at the night game, but during the day it's okay to just wear the vest and do that sort of thing. It's not bad out today.
The order switched from what we thought it was going to be before. Quebec, Saskatchewan. First. Yeah.
So as a result, the